Hello guys, so we're back. I hope you can hear us now. So
Yeah, that will be cool.
it would be probably a little bit better than just watching the game, but okay. So we're here with the next match. It's Shaman versus the Freeze Mage, and this is pretty close matchup, I would say, because there's no Doomhammer anymore. So it was like the most threatening card for Freeze Mage because like.
Yeah,
I mean, normally just freeze the board and that's the way how you defend, but it's not working against this kind of phase damage. So it's not as bad as it used to be, but still, like the Shaman get a new tool with the Pirate package, which is incredibly fast and can deal a lot of damage early on. So I would still think the Shaman should be favorite. So we will see how it works. I think another important card in the matchup is the 7/7 for 4 mana because it's so difficult to handle. Like, you know,
like if you cannot freeze it for like 1 turn, you take 7 damage.
7 damage, and like if you spend like a fireball and pink, you also spend 6 mana. You most of the time take 7 in the process, and you spend some resource. So I still would love to be like Shaman in this matchup, but it's closer than it used to be because Doomhammer was like complete nightmare for the Freeze Mage.
Yep. Xixo didn't get his Doomseer, which is important.
Yeah, it's like the best answer for the Totem Golem because you're most of the time able to proc it and you stop your opponent from developing the board early on, so you stop a lot of damage. And here we can see the Pirate package. It's like the Buccaneer Prospect is so strong and it's kind of dictates the meta at the moment. Because like the Buccaneer is good card on its own, and you got the additional card as a bonus. Like you got the Pig, which was also the normal card, so it's insane value.
What do you think about placement here for Flame Tongue? I mean, already you choose to play Buccaneer on the right side.
Most of the time it really matters, while against the Freeze Mage it doesn't matter that much because you don't trading the minions away. So, and if your opponent has 1 removal, he probably want to use it as on a Totem Golem, so then there's a space on the side, so I actually don't mind this placement at all. Like normally it's like very good habit to put bigger minion on the side if you are playing the Shaman, but in this specific matchup it's not that important.
Okay, because I was thinking the answer was probably like Forgetting Torch, and you couldn't play it on Totem Golem because it's 4 HP. So you will probably play it on Trog, and then it was probably better to play Buccaneer on the left.
Are you playing it on Trog over the Flame Tongue? Because Flame Tongue is doing 4.
No, but I mean on turn 3. There was no Flame Tongue at that point.
Yeah. But then if there would be Torch, then there will be only 2 minutes left. Okay, so it's almost lethal.
Yeah, it's really close. Like if you pick up...
Like there's also a lot of burn spells in the Shaman deck. There are Lava Burst, and there are very often the 4 damage spell which gives you the Jade Golem.
Yep.
But unfortunately for RDU, he doesn't have it. He also doesn't have a way how to stop the Doomsayer. And suddenly the last 6 damage could be really, really difficult to deal because...
And now it's more than 6 if you don't do it with a spell.
Yeah. You cannot deal this damage with the weapon as well because there's Ars Barrier, and then...
But you probably still play a weapon.
Now you do it, obviously, because you're not sure that it's Ice Barrier. It could be very easily Ice Block, so you would love to proc it normally because like the deck hands have charge. But now Radu is probably really, really disappointed because I cannot see like how he deals the last damage. In one hand you are so close, while on the other hand you are so far away.
Yeah. But the Taunt Totem was really important here.
Yeah, it was good because now...
I think it was the best one in this position.
Yeah, because now he probably baits out the Blizzard. Otherwise, like, the Xixo could just trade to 1 away and ping the other one. While here, it's not that easy. Like, you can ping the 2-1 and maybe torch the other one. But I think, like, just Blizzard here is the most simple play.
Yeah. What could you do else? You could do like Forgotten Torch.
You can torch, ping the 2-1.
But then you're dead on Lava Burst.
Yeah, you would die to Lava Burst, so why would you do it?
Yep. Just go for
like now you can die to Spell Power Totem plus Lava Burst, but it didn't happen, and...
Yeah, that's a bad pickup for RDU.
It's really bad. And like Xixo also has Alexstrasza, which can be used defensively in these scenarios.
Yeah, I think in this position it is probably good. I play it defensively because it's not likely
you
that
cannot
Shaman
die. You're not gonna lose the late game. Like you can just attack 3 times with Alexstrasza and it will work.
So he's on turn 8, so he has to do.
Like now you should make sure that he will survive to Alexstrasza. So how do you achieve it? Like you can eventually like Iceland the face in order to play around spell power plus lava burst.
Yeah, I think I like that a lot.
You can start with Novice Engineer because if you pick up Ice Block or Ice Barrier, you're not in danger of dying.
Yep.
So or you can start with the pink. It's very similar. You definitely draw 2 this turn, so. Okay, there's Arcane Intellect.
So if you play AI,
and then you don't have mana for Torch plus Iceland.
So I don't know about that.
While on the other hand, like if you pick up the secret, it's very valuable. But I would probably choose the safe line because I feel you are such a big favorite as a freeze match in this spot that you shouldn't take any risk. And there's no Iceland.
Oh, he's not playing Iceland. And he's dead.
And he's dead. Oh my god.
Oh.
It was
really bad because
it was not very accurate. Like, I
mean, only because if you play Alex on your own face,
you
should
like win. Every day, right?
Almost 100%.
And now Xixo is gonna be like really down. I feel like because yeah,
he's gonna think about that.
It was really greedy. Like you don't need these Icelands. You're not in the matchup where
you didn't need it to win. And
yeah.
I don't know.
It was kind of risky. Like, obviously, keeping Icelands could be better. Let's say if your opponent top deck the 7/7, then you are in a little bit better shape. It's not that Xixo completely forget, but I just feel that you didn't need that resource so badly. So it was good to stop some lethals with Leroy or Lava Burst plus spell Totem.
Okay. So now Xixo chose to play Pirate Warrior, and I don't know about that matchup. I would see Shaman forward.
I think Shaman is a small favorite, but on the other hand, Radu picked up the patches, which is like the nightmare for the deck because you're not gonna get it for free. That's a really big downside, and also the card is not good on its own. So it's like, I would say your win rate drops about 25% if you draw patches in your hand, which is really huge. And Xixo also have like the Dream Draw because he has Buccaneer, then he has War Axe, and then he has a Frauding. So it's also the perfect curve for him. So it's not looking good for RDU at all. But the game is still not over, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, of course you want to play Totem Golem, but then you cannot use like Jade Lightning and...
Yeah, you probably just follow up with another Totem and then the Jade Lightning. Yeah. But the Frauding could be really dangerous for you.
Yeah, it's like already 5 damage.
It's 5, and if you develop the minion, then it's gonna grow up even more, I guess. Can you clear? You can't, so you just develop the Totem Golem.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, obviously, you would love to kill the Frauding, but unfortunately, I'm not able to. And you cannot coin the 1-drop as well, because then you wouldn't have mana for Jade Lightning, so...
Yeah, you need a coin for...
Yeah, because you're gonna be overloaded for 1. Like, the other option would be to develop 2 1-drops, but I kinda don't like it, because... Like, the Totem Golem cannot be killed by War Axe. It could be killed in case of upgrade or Pirate plus the 3/4 which buffs the weapon, but... Like, I think you cannot play around everything, because I would feel I'm really behind as a Shaman at this point, so I would take a lot of risk. If you develop 2 small minions, then like the War Axe will kill 1, and the other one is not achieving that much.
Yeah, but looks like he's going for it.
He was probably better here than the Shapeshift, but also the like I think you need a heal because you're falling too much behind.
Yep. I don't know how would that play, because Buccaneer is gonna be killed.
Yeah, like it was better against Upgrade. It's obvious, but I think I think Radu should just close his eyes and hope the Xixo's hand is really bad, because I felt he was really behind.
I agree. In this kind of position when you're too much ahead, you probably have to play some greedy.
And now there's a lot of phase damage.
Yeah, because now you can Jade Lightning, but there's the other Berserker.
Other floating, so it's not looking great.
Yeah, not at all.
Obviously, if the game would go long, then the Shaman should be fine because he has good hero power and he has better late game, but he will probably not survive till that point. Okay, so he clears and deal 7 phase damage. And you probably keep an upgrade in case you draw the Reaper, so... Or you can even surprise your opponent with upgrade. There was no point playing it on the spot.
Yeah, there's no card that costs 6 mana in Pirate Warriors.
Theoretically, there could be the Crusher, but it's not that like common.
Yeah, like
it's included mostly when you run the Dragon package, and we haven't seen any of these yet. Okay, so can you stop the lethal somehow? Like you can eventually kill the Floating
with the Pirate and then heal yourself.
Then heal yourself, so you go to 6 and there's 5 on the board, so but there's upgrade in hand, so it's lethal.
Yep.
So yeah, like pretty nice draw for Xixo, and RDU was also unlucky that he drew the patches, which is like the nightmare in this meta.
Yeah. So
but also like there was a Totem Golem option. I think Xixo would still pick up the game, but it would be a little bit closer.
Probably. So Radu's gonna be
So Radu has Reno look left, which is in general quite good against pirates. But it's like, the pirates are just too explosive deck, so sometimes you just crush your opponent and there's nothing he can do about it, but I would prefer to be Reno in this matchup a little bit, but it's kind of close,
It depends. Of course, if you have Reno in starting hand, you
it also depends on the build of Reno. Like, it depends. Like, if you go with the greedy cards, like Ragnaros or Twisted Nether, then you're obviously too slow, while if you go full anti-aggro...
And since Radu is banning Shaman, maybe he's going for greedy build.
Yeah, it could be. But the Xixo's hand is not that great. Like it's great hand against the other minions deck because you have like a lot of, a weapon with. You have very clean way how to deal with the small minions, but your clock is not that fast. You don't have frauding or something like this. So.
Yep. And I think Radu choose to keep the Hellfire. What do you think about that?
I don't like keeping any 4-drop.
Yeah, I think it's too late against Pirate Warrior.
I really like the upgrade here because...
Yeah, because basically he had nothing else to do and it's probably... Oh, that's a good pick.
This is huge. So
yeah, that's really good. Because on turn 3, Pirate Warrior wants to play the Berserker
or the Pirate, so now he needs to Heroic Strike and clear the Doomsayer. Or he can eventually just go face and let the Doomsayer proc. So basically you deal 7 damage less, but you keep 2 1/1s, which will deal some damage in the future. It's a really close decision. What you think? Like, would you just pull all the face damage, or would you keep the board?
I don't know. I think I would just face because you have like. I don't think the damage are important. Which is important is that you keep pirates for like the 3/4, and on turn 5 you can still play like the Dread Corsair with the pirate. So
yeah, he just
even
push the damage and use the 3/4 as an upgrade basically, which I like. I like it more than, let's say, going face with Heroic Strike.
Okay,
but now he like basically put everything on one card that your opponent doesn't have Reno, and you will be able to like kill him pretty fast. While the Vandal is really nice here because he fights for the board and he also heal 4. Now just another face like Gorkron and the weapon goes face.
Yep. Yeah, basically from now everything is gonna go in face.
Yeah. Now what you like here?
Probably Kazakus.
Probably Kazakus for 1 or for 5?
For 5, I think.
Because like you cannot taunt with 5.
Oh, okay. You wanted to taunt.
You could taunt the Kazakus and put the 1, so you set up some taunts. Like getting 5 is like obviously you can get 7 armor, but if you don't pick it up, then you cannot play Sun Fury and discard the next turn. So It's kind of greedy, in my opinion. I would probably go for 1 mana.
Yeah. I didn't see the Sunfury in hand, but yeah, probably with Sunfury you want to go.
And what did he mix? Did you
I
pay
think
attention?
nothing good. Yeah, I think he didn't get armor either. So
Yeah, like the best would be like armor and buff toughness, because
I think we can look at it.
we can look at it. Okay, perfect.
It's
2
demon
cards
and
and 5. So it's
I guess 2 cards is okay.
well, if you have time like to utilize this card, obviously then it's okay. But like I cannot see having a time on these. Like what can you do? You can just go face and put a Reaper.
Oh, that's really bad. Probably you have to do it in order to get
You could
the damage.
You could just go face with Reaper, I feel.
Yeah, but
you would deal 3 more, but you would be 1 of lethal. That's kind of sucks.
Like if you don't draw any damage in the 2 next turns, then it's not lethal.
Like you would love to set up a lethal somehow against Reno, like because Reno can come down at turn 6, but he's not able to do it. And now it's really awkward. Like I think Radu has to play Shadow Bolt and Sunfury.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's the best play.
But now his hand is kind of empty. Like he has nothing, like no taunt, no heal. But Xixo's hand is super bad at the moment.
Yeah, and even a 3-1 taunt is retreating for Pyro.
He made a like 3 taunt, made a great job. He stopped the Corcoran and trade with it. So
yeah, probably here you can. Oh, are you going on draw?
Yeah, I would draw here because
The potion. Yeah,
what are the other options? Like you don't want to tap this game, and you need to pick up some taunt or some heal if you want to win this game. And there's the Mistress. It's perfect. Yeah.
Yep. It's perfect if you can kill it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still Shadow Flame it.
You can Shadow Flame it or Hellfire, but yeah. Okay, what do? You just deal 9 face, right?
Yep.
Because you're never gonna beat Reno anyway, and let's say if your opponent set up a taunt, you still want to have lethal with Mortal Strike, which is the 4 mana, 4 damage, which is deal 6 if you have below 12. So.
And I guess you don't play Vorax because
you don't play Vorax because of Ooze.
Yep.
Now there's no taunt, and it's gonna be pretty interesting whether
I think
Radu plays the Shadow Flame here.
He has to play it, I think. So you probably play the Peddler first. Because if you get PO, for example, you can PO your minion. And
like you would love to pick up taunt or PO, and there's taunt.
Taunt. It's really good. So yeah, you play taunt.
And now it's not that obvious you play Shadow Flame.
You think so?
Well,
I mean, you just play around Mortal Strike.
Yeah.
By doing that. Only for 2/2, and you don't need Shadow Flame.
Yeah, but the question is, you could set up lethal, right? If you play the Drake.
Do you?
9, 10, 14,
no, you don't.
17, yeah, if he
no, you don't even set up lethal. If he armors it.
Yeah, if he armors it, you don't set up lethal.
So, yeah, I see.
Yeah, so the Shadow Flame should be the play here, yeah. Like, the question is if you just Shadow Flame here and he plays the Reaper, do you win? Maybe you still win, right, yeah.
Yeah, but there's only 1 Reaper left when there's 2 Mortal Strikes.
I agree. And there's a Leroy, and there's a lethal because of it.
That's lethal because of it.
Yeah, I would also prefer the Shadow Flame, I agree. So, like, we kind of see, like, the greedy plays from the both players, and they, like, and it's extremely unlikely, but they got both punished. And
So we saw Xixo with Freeze Mage got
no ice lands, and now this is basically the same. So, like, if you guys are the control players and like you're playing the control mirror, then you should be very efficient with your resources. While if you are against aggro decks, you should just focus on surviving, and most of the time it's the best way how to do it.
I mean, sometimes it's okay to be greedy in some positions, but I think
against aggro decks you should just mainly focus on surviving and spend all your resources to make sure you will survive. Because
I agree with that.
Like if with the dragon you would set up a lethal, the play would be like pretty close, but you didn't even set up the lethal with the Drake, so I really don't like it.
Yep, same.
Okay, so we are going to the last game, and it's gonna be Reno versus Rogue, right?
What are you saying? It's over?
It's over.
Yeah, Xixo won.
Oh, Xixo won. Like, it's 3-1. Oh, I thought
so
2-2. Okay,
now there's gonna be a
sorry,
break.
sorry, I'm confused. So yeah,
Yeah, basically.
Xixo
Now
won,
we're gonna have a break.
Radu's probably gonna be really disappointed as I know him because like he's really trying to be like as good as he can. So, and yeah, the next game,
It's gonna
Kelek versus
be
Super
Super
JJ,
JJ,
and like this is the group of death. Like you cannot afford like to throw these games. So
Yeah.
and like Super JJ is really on a point in the last few weeks or few months or maybe like the last year. So I'm really expecting some really high level play. So I'm really hyped for this series.
Okay. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very good one. So okay, thank you guys for being here, and I guess new casters are coming, and
Probably.
And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and it's pretty cool tournament. So be sure you keep it tuned. So thank you.
Bye.